Right. Okay, so today, it's been a while since I made a video, personal things, but I feel ready to make one today, so here we are, we're looking at Xcom 2. Xcom is a series of games which have pretty much remained the same at heart. They are a turn-based shooter where you get a squad of soldiers and you kill aliens. You research armor, weapons and gear upgrades, and you fight increasingly hard enemies and in an effort to liberate your planet from an invasion force. A lot more of that will be explained as we go on. Now, I have some mods on this. This is not the original XCOM 2 because of this thing down here. This is called Long War. This is a game-changing mod. It makes the game much more extensive. Instead of a white knuckle ride of trying to keep up with the aliens' advances, you've got a lot more time. It's a lot more difficult to get the mod. It's a huge amount more difficult than the original game. There's a lot more management of your soldiers and the resistance, which we'll go into in a minute. I have a few mods that I've put on for this video purpose that make it a little bit easier on me, because it's a lot more difficult to make a video and talk and it is just to play straight through. So without much further, let's crack on and make a new game. We're going to stick it on Rookie. I know you think it's cheating, but again, I'm making a video. I just want to show you the game, showcase a few things about it and why I love this game so much. Okay, so one other thing before we go is the character pool. I do apologise. Most of the mods I have are involved here with aesthetics and characters. You can build your own, and here's mine down here somewhere. There he is, Max's Slight. And there he is. You have a massive amount of customization here. You can give him massive variety, because obviously with all the mods I have of helmets and headgear, the arm sleeves, the torso can be changed, the legs and everything. But this is the whole look that I've gone for. Max is a SAS trooper whose arms don't quite meet with his torso, so let's change that. Because some of these are different sets, so sometimes you can't always mix the sets up. I think those arms would be better. Yeah, so there you go. This is the guy I've made, and he's going to be whatever, and you can change all of this stuff. You can give him. You can spend hours on this part of the game alone, just creating a character. And he gets put in the character pool, and as you can see, I have a few squads that are pre-made by other people. And this is the SAS squad which I use. And there they are. Let's have a look at some of them. This guy is Marines, I think, actually. Where have we gone with this one? Oh, I've clicked off of that side. So let's look at the squad of the British SAS. There's one there, and they're all in the black counter-terrorist gear. And he's got, this guy that I've used has got stuff from around the world. It's really cool. So you can mess with that and make your own character pool, and I have random characters that can be generated by the game, and obviously from my list. So there we are. I've done a cock up there. So do a loot selection in a minute. Yeah, there's me showing you I've actually added Lionel 3 times, so we didn't need that. So let's go back and start a game. And as I said, we're going Rookie just because I'm doing a playthrough. Still, Rookie is it's a hard setting with this Long War. It's not as hard as obviously you play it through on your own, but it's still quite a hard setting. So here we go. Right, we don't want Iron Man. I mean, there are achievements for running this in Iron Man and so on. So I'll leave you to the
city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
In keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Only together can we build a better tomorrow. Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gate crasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Okay, so here we are. This is one of the problems that I have with XCOM is the loading screens are epic. They are a bit of a pain in the balls, but you know what? It might just be my machine, so they could be better on better machines. As you saw in the intro movie, they are propagandering a nice utopian society with these aliens as our overlords, and we're all happy and joyous, and there's these few dissidents and etc. You are the dissidents in this game, but as we saw a little kind of hint that it's not quite as utopian as first made out, and these gene therapy clinics, they become quite important later. I will warn you now, there are some spoilers from XCOM, the first set in the series, and there's going to be obviously spoilers for the second game here, so be aware. Right, we're ready to go. So hitting the button, we have a 4-man team, and this is the opening mission. Because I have the Long War mod, there is no tutorial, so I obviously know what I'm doing. I played the game before, so if you want the tutorial, play it through without the Long War mod installed. Right, so here we go. Ambush, we've just got to do an ambush, okay?
We're in a concealed position.
We're in concealed, which means until we do something that kind of screams, "Hi guys, we're here," they won't see us. Okay? So we can move, and there are, as one of the mods I have is a further ability to move. I can move massive distances. You can't actually do that in the original game. So this is where this sign here is probably the limit of your movement in the original, but I've got this just to show you a bit better for me. You have 2 zones of movement. Each soldier has 2 movement points. You can skill into other movement points in that later. You have a blue movement, which is 1 point, and yellow movement, which is 2 points. So if you go to a blue movement, you can still carry out some actions when you get there.
On my way.
So we're going to move this girl up. As you can see, she is in cover. And that's the important part of
Advent
this.
officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
She can see. She can now see 1 soldier, as we can see here. There he is. The others are hidden a little bit in the cover and the light. But she is in full cover, as we can see here. You can look at these shields. That's a full cover, and that's half cover. Obviously, you're better protected when you're in full cover than you are in half cover. So this is her skills down here, what she can do. She's a rookie, so she hasn't got very many. She can throw a grenade, a flashbang, which disorientates and lowers their chance to hit. She can hunker down, and these are Overwatch, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick her in Overwatch. Overwatch is basically what it says on the tin. She sits there. If there's any enemy forcible movement, she will attack them. I'll move this guy up. Now, oh, okay, they've seen me. I've moved into a zone where they saw me. I didn't see that, but here we go, they can see me. So we're going to open up now, and this has gone loud.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. Their discipline,
there you go, reaction shot.
Makes them predictable.
She's on Overwatch, this girl here.
Get your head in the game!
This is going badly. I shouldn't have moved that guy to that position, but that's part of the game, is the tactics of moving people into cover. There's that one.
Over here, come on!
I need to move these boys into a covering flank, I think, over here for this guy. This is my, I think he's a Yank actually. And he can hit flanked enemies which turn yellow, or normal enemies which turn red. I think the most dangerous is going to be this guy. And one of the mods is he's got better aim at the beginning, so he's going to hit him and kill him.
Target neutralized.
There you go, that's that one. I'm now on my last character, because I only have 4. My thinking is to move him to there, and then he can fire on these guys here, and probably this guy, take him out. Then we got this guy right in front of us. So I think maybe we'll stick him in there. Full cover on 2 sides. Or full cover on one side, target half cover on another side. He's also got the car there. And we're gonna lob a grenade. Now we've got 2 blokes here. We're gonna drop a grenade where the yellow squares are, and anything that's silhouetted out will take damage. Now, if they're on the other side of cover, it can protect them. So you need to figure that out as well. I'm going to drop the grenade right between the 2 of them. Boom! And there's those 2 down. And obviously took out that level of cover there, so that would be good if there was somebody hiding behind it. Now, it's their turn, because I've used all my chances. Wow.
He's all over us!
He's a heavy. We're going to have to take him out quickly. Oh, this guy has come right up on us. He's going to attack him. Ouch. Oh.
They're flanking my position!
Okay, well, my body armor saved me. No actual damage, but now I have no body armor on that guy, so he's vulnerable. Right, we're going to take you, because you're right next to us.
By the numbers.
1 dead. Yay, he earned a promotion. Now, we've got the others over here. They're going to be hard to hit, so I think what I'm going to do is be a bit risky here. Neither of them went on to Overwatch, so I can run all the way over. No, he did go on Overwatch. Damn it. Thankfully, he missed me. But I won't miss him. Straight in the face. Fuck you, Adrian. Get off my planet.
Hostile terminated.
Okay, so I want to bring somebody up to this lamppost now.
On the move.
And I want to see if I can get a shot on Heavy Dude in the back of the vehicle. Good, I can. Excellent. Now hopefully that's it.
Target eliminated. Asset located.
Okay, so neutralize all enemies. There are obviously still enemies around. These squares that have been dropped on the floor here are loot, so I need those.
Let's go! Move!
You only have a limited turn time to pick them up, so this is only 2 turns left and it will just disappear. Oh wow, look at him. Jason, get in. Scary motherfucker.
Copy, I got it!
Okay, now he's only got 1 turn left, so I'm going to put him into cover up
This
there.
way!
And it's the bad guy's turn. Okay, they've got... ooh, more aliens. They have regular soldiers and alien units. Now this alien unit is a pain in the sack. This one here.
Encountered during the invasion. Their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Well, he said it there. These guys can use psionic attacks, and that Area 51 looking fucking thing that just come out there. He is really good at it, and at this stage of the game, psionic attacks are just off the charts. Going to fuck me up because I have no defenses at all for them.
Target asset located.
Okay, so pick up that loot. I'm going to put her in Overwatch. She's going to watch that area there. Now these are unaware of me. They know somebody's around, but they don't know where I am. So try not to alert them. No, it's a frickin' yank again. He alerted them. Not the driver, obviously. It's not me. She's too innocent for that. Right, so I want to actually take out him because he's more dangerous, although I have a better shot on the other guy. Good.
Hostile target down.
This would be a lot more difficult
Target assets.
without the mods on it. I have. Your hit percentage and things like that will go way down. So I just wanted to show you this game. I'm literally going to do this rookie mission for you, show you this, and I might do a playthrough without this cheating mods on it. If that's what you want to
Target
see,
neutralized.
let me know.
It's over here.
Okay.
Positive confirmation.
Excellent.
Area secured.
That's it, mission done, and it was a flawless
Status
mission because none of my guys
confirmed.
got hurt,
Mission
obviously with the cheap codes, cheap mods I've got in place. But I killed 10 soldiers, 10 enemy, none of mine are wounded, only took me 3 turns, killed all the guys. Excellent, except now the loot that has the termination disappears after a while, despawns. If you finish a mission, there's not a self-evacuation mission, which I can explain later in another mission, another video. They will automatically be picked up, and so will all the corpses and things like that. But if you have a mission where you have to call in your evacuation, then whatever you evacuate with is what you have. So if there's loot or bodies that you require, I have a mod that allows me to pick up alien bodies, which is incredibly useful because we use them for research. So now, mission's over, we got some statistics, and we're in the bane of this game for me is the after mission and pre-mission load screens. They're ridiculously long. But let's have a look, what we got. 100% shot percentage, that would not be like that without the mod I have. 8 damage per turn probably wouldn't be that either. Enemy average kill free per turn wouldn't be that, and cover bonus would be the same because we use the same cover. These are the guys that achieved well. Lopez seems to have done the most damage, attacked the most. Murray was attacked the most, and Lopez moved the furthest. So you get these stats and it helps you a little bit, but it's more like a yay at the end of the mission. So that's the first mission, and this is only half the game. The actual combat when you're in a mission like this actually is less than half the game. And what we're going to show you now is the other part of the game, which is the management side of the game, which is the hiring, the research, the equipment, the loadouting, and so on and so forth. So here we are. Now, there is a few things I need to do to show you what happens with the base. There's some cool things with the base. That's your drop vehicle that you come in and out
I
of.
Expected something
And
of
here
a
we are.
learning curve for our new recruits, but they've done a remarkable job, Commander.
And these are little random things you get. There's a lot of talking from the players. So, our 4 guys come back. They all did well. They all got a promotion. So, they're no longer rookies. They fall into one of the classes. Once they become a squaddy, like this, they become a class. And this guy is a specialist, which means he is basically your hacker and your medic. They either become a medic or a hacker. So let's have a look. Here's a skill tree. He gets a little bot thing, this thing up here called a gremlin, and that can fly around, hack into security systems, hack into mechanical aliens, which we'll find later on. Or he can become the mobile medic. Everybody can carry a med pack in your slots, but you have limited slots. But this little bot can be sent off to perform medical tasks from range. So it's very useful. I always train at least one specialist fully down a medical tree, always, because it really does help. So yeah, that's just telling you about customization. That's more options. As you increase in rank, or your highest ranking soldier, you'll get more abilities to customize your soldiers as you go through. I've imported these guys, so they've all got their customizations as they are. But this guy's an idiot wearing an hockey mask. He's obviously a random generated one. We could change him around. Let's see what he becomes. He becomes a grenadier. Now, he uses a I'm assuming a 40mm rocket launcher. Grenade launcher. To throw grenades a lot further. They specialize in damage for the grenade, or they can specialize in support, which gives smoke and defensive grenades and so on and so forth. It's a support tree. I've never really used it. It doesn't seem that good. I've always made these guys DPS. They damage the shit out of everything. Right, now this guy was a rookie. He's now going to become a technical. Now, I love the technical class. It's a long war specific class. It's not in the original game. And what these guys get is this little thing here. It's a gauntlet. It has a small rocket launcher and a flamethrower. You can upgrade this later in the game. You can fire a couple. His skill set is basically either make the rockets go bang louder and hurt more things, or make his close quarters flamethrower better. Let's have a look at this last one. She is Assault. Okay, good. Assault is good. They are lightweight, shotgun carrying, but they have a lot of skills that involve not being attacked on Overwatch, being able to make all of their movements and still have an action point at the end to either fire or go into Overwatch or something else as it happens. So you can specialize them in the mobility and the raiding and running forward, getting into battle first, and holding an enemy maybe, or damaging while your heavy hitters come up behind or whatever. Or they're just there as fast-moving strike and attack force. Their best tactic is hit and run, to be fair, and that is one of the skills they get, where they can use all of their hit points. If they kill something, they have a randomized chance of actually getting another point, which allows them to retreat or move forward into better cover or what have you. So that's 4 of the classes. You also got things like sharpshooters, heavy machine gunners, which use like Gatling gun type things. You can have a shinobi, which has a sword. May not sound like a good idea in laser gun warfare, but they have a lot of abilities. If you level them up and skill them right, they could become a lethal machine. Okay, and this is my loot. As I showed you, these are the ones that were laying on the floor that I didn't pick up. I've obviously picked up some of these as the game went on, and some stayed there. And you can go through those and it tells you exactly what they are and what they do. These are all the corpses. Now, again, if I'd have done my own evac from this mission, I would have had to pick these corpses up, or I would not have received them. Okay, so let's carry on. This is the Avenger.
Incoming transmission.
So it's giving me two things that I need to do, because obviously this is the first one. Let's quickly look at what the research guys are. It's our scientists.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology. Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
Okay, so this is the scientist guy. You would research here, and some of the research is to improve your gear. Some of the research is to forward the story and allow you to do other things, and there is a huge amount of updates that are available in this game. You can update all of your gear, your weapons, your armor. You can update the ship. You can upgrade what facilities you have, and then another facility which later on was called the Proving Ground can update your existing equipment, sort of like maybe just not have plain grenades. You can upgrade grenades, try and say that fast, to plasma, fire, gas, stun grenades, a grenade that will specifically target mechanical units, EMPs, etc, etc, etc. So there's quite a large tech tree, to be fair. Shut up, voice. So let's just do the first research because I need to. So we're going to do resistance communication, which is radio stations allows us to communicate with the resistance cells around the world. Now, this is going to progress as the game goes on, and you need to do other things to progress, but again, I've got quite a few mods that allow me just to basically cheat so I can do this video to give you an idea.
I do find that...
So here we are in the command room. This is the next little video they're going to tell us about the game, what they need us to do.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration. With one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late.
Okay, so a really quick point, the rescue that they've been all talking about.
Engineering.
So that woman I know, okay, is the tutorial mission, and it is basically that you, the person playing, is the commander of all of this, and you were captured by aliens, the aliens of the Advent, the guys are fighting, and they rescue you and they take a chip out of your brain, and this is where they start to get their knowledge and move forward and their ability to fight back. And it all starts with you.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
So, the scientist guy does the science, investigates, maybe even have to move something onto the proving ground to get it working, and then it comes here to engineering, where she will build everything for you. In order to build stuff, let's have a look here. There we go, Fulton Harness, which is one of the mods I have.
You'd be surprised how big of a difference some of these things can make in combat, Commander. With a few supplies, I can manufacture anything we need in no time.
You finished, Shen? Can I go now? Thank you. At the moment, obviously, we've done no research and no furthering, so we've only got the shape charges. Now, in order to build that, you need 10 supplies. Supplies are gotten in the game. They're sometimes quite difficult to get to, but other things will require. I've just built one of each. Other things will require alloys, yttrium cores, alien artifacts, even corpses to produce them. So, there is a very involved resource system as well as the tech tree. So let's go out of this. Okay. And
it's been slow going, but I've made headway interfacing our equipment with the alien technology still embedded throughout the ship. Most of the primary systems are now operating on some combination of our technology and theirs. My hope is to use the best of both worlds to come up with something new, something the aliens won't expect.
Yes, I know. I've heard you say it before. So here we go. These are our resource management. Again, I've got some mods just to make this simple. These figures won't be the same for you guys if you play this game. So obviously power, I've got a mod that allows me with a huge amount of power, but normally you have, say, 6 power. Each thing costs more power, so you need to build power rooms in these. And once you've cleared them out, which you need engineers for. So we have 0 spare engineers, 0 engineers, 0 scientists, apart from our 2 main character ones that you've met. You can pick up other ones along the way, and the more you have allows you to clear rooms, build rooms, research things quicker, etc, etc. Alloys, which are alien alloys, I would have probably only had 3 because I've put an extra 1,000 in the mod. Again, with yttrium, I've only got 3. Intel, I'd probably have 130 because I can go a bit extra there. And supplies, I'd probably have about 1,000 odd here. And my income is 24 supplies per month, and you can improve that later with better resistance cells, more resistance cells, improving the resistance, etc, etc. That's all part of the longer game. Now, each part of this you can look at different aspects of your game and manage different parts of it. Research, science, engineering, building stuff, building your rooms, which will have tech trees of their own or abilities for your soldiers that you can manage here. Okay, this is the armory where all your soldiers are. Now in here we can recruit, so these guys just turn up. See, this is one of my imported SAS guys. He has a very odd, I'll change that. So we'll recruit him, we'll recruit the Yank, and we'll leave the other 2 for now. So here is the armory where we deal with the soldiers. You can view your soldier list. This is all the soldiers we have now available to us. These are all hired and working for us. Kind of a mess of countries and what they are. So we know these 4 because they're no longer rookies. Yeah. We are fully aware what they can do, but these guys are all rookies, every single one of them. Okay. Now, once they go on a mission and score some experience, they'll level up and we'll find out what kind of tasks they can do. But there's a new feature which is part of the Long War mod, which is this squad management. Now we can arrange them into squads. Menace squad, that's the guys we saw in the beginning. The 4 that we've already worked on, we can assign a few soldiers to that. So let's stick 1, 2, we'll make it into a 8-man fighting crew. They're a fighting squad. So you can have anything you want here. You can make like recon specialized troops which go into lightly guarded areas. You can have heavily guarded, you know, whatever you wish. You can arrange squads for that. Now, we have the squads, we have the research, we have the engineering, we have our base. So this is how we instigate the game.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry, not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.
While we prepare for new operations and continue our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans on the surrounding area.
Okay, so this is the map interface where you would move time forward, so it's not in real time if you like, you can speed time up. This is where all your alerts come in, where you would deploy your soldiers from. And there's this as well, this is the black market, which is always bloody useful. It's essential, in fact. And it is what it says on the tin, it's the black
Commander,
market under
the Avengers' remote scanning capabilities will help us search the area for clues or other resources. It's going to take some time, though. We've got a lot of ground to cover.
Right, thank you, Central. So, Avenger is an airship. You find that out in the tutorial. It's a massive, I think, Marvel Universe kind of floating base thing. It's kind of awesome, and you can adapt it as you need it. Now, this is a black market, which is where, as you saw, I scanned there, and in one day, it found the black market contact. I can go in here. And from this screen, every month or so, you can hire new soldiers. They cost quite little, to be honest. Yeah, we want that one. We can now hold a scientist, hire a scientist even.
Thank you for sending additional support staff
which
to
keeps
assist
Tygan
me,
happy.
Commander. I will make sure they are put to good use.
Reduces further the research times. An engineer.
Now that we have more staff on the engineering team, we can start clearing out space for new facilities, Commander. We should keep looking for more recruits, though. We'll need them to staff the facilities once they're built.
So, that was buying an engineer. Now, again, we have all of this. You can buy things to rush certain researches. You can buy weapon upgrades, combat stims, whatever they call it, now. And these are improvements for your soldiers. Okay, so let's have a quick look now at the last thing I want to show you, really, before I do anything else. And here are all the rooms. We have an empty room there. We have debris on all of these rooms. Now, you can't unlock these unless you unlock the one on the tier above it, so I can't just grab this one or that one over the power cone, which is where you want to put a power, station, because it's got an additional power in there, and so is that one. So you can't unlock these unless you unlock all of the ones next to it. So I can't unlock that one because this one's not unlocked, and so on. So I need to unlock this tier and go here. Let's just do that. Let's start the
There's
the
room for us
excavation.
to expand our facilities on board the Avenger, Commander.
I know,
but
Shen,
we'll
I'm
need
telling
more
you.
engineers to clear out space for construction first.
I was getting to that, Shen. Thank you. So, as you can see, this green one we can build a facility, and that's the list of things we can build. I'll go over those really, really quickly in a minute. And this is, we just
Commander,
assign the
so far, I
engineer
haven't
from
seen
there.
anything critical among the alien components left over in this area. If
And
we
we'll-
clean this stuff out, We could probably use this space for a new facility.
I'm saying that to them now, Shen. Thank you. Damn. So we'll get some supplies for doing this. Okay? So we send her off.
Excavation is underway, Commander, but it's going to take some time to get all that stuff cleared out.
I know. So what you do then is you come into this one and you want to build it. So advanced warfare allows us to give bonus to some of our soldiers. There's some bonus skills that might not appear in their skill tree. They can come here and learn them, which are, I think, are pistol skills, other kinds of skills, and so on. The guerrilla tactics schools will unlock the ability to train officers, which have basically buffs. The highest rank in this is, because this is a long war, is I think gunnery sergeant, which is the highest American equivalent to warrant officer, I suppose. So it's non-commissioned officer, but you can commission a few of your guys who can train, and that takes time to be officers and influence the squad and give them buffs to all kinds of things. They won't be available for missions while they're training as an officer, but you can train them as an officer, get a skill, and then send them on a mission, etc., etc. So, also let's build. So we're going to build the guerrilla warfare there.
We'll start work on the new facility right away, Commander.
Okay, thank you.
I'll send word when it's up and running.
Thank you. Now, as you can see, you have 12 different rooms here. You need to put rooms in here for communication, for power, and everything. So it does get cluttered quite quickly, and you need laboratories and workshops and things. So, excuse me. Right, this video is getting very long, but I wanted to be the introduction video. So really quickly now. I think that was one of the mods I had. We can see down here that each of these things that we wanted to put in the guerrilla tactics school, the resistance communications, supply, and everything is going to take a few amount of days. And the only way we can do that is to go to a zone that's ours, and obviously later on you get more and more zones, and scan. So we scan, and as you can see the time down here is going crazy. Resistance communication is now online, okay? And that is the research done. And then we go into it and it tells us all the benefits and all the things that we can have here, and what we can do with the result, okay? And then we go on to mods and so on. So I think that is pretty much
I'll see that work begins immediately,
basics of
Commander.
this game. This is an incredible
I'll contact
game.
you when I have a full report available.
Thank you, Tygan. Can I talk now? Thank you. These are an incredible series of games. XCOM 2 is the pinnacle of them. I love the games. But then you find the modding community who are geniuses, who have done the Long War to one of my favourite games, which is XCOM 2. This is a very involved game. It's a bit of a time sink sometimes, because you just get, I'll just do this one more mission, and before you know it, you spent an hour on a couple of missions. Obviously the earlier missions you can fly through in 5 minutes. Some of the later ones can take you a lot longer when you're fighting 40 advanced mechanoids and another 20 aliens in the same mission. It does become a bit of a chore. Right, take a look at it, enjoy it. I love this game. Thank you very much for watching.